I am proud to introduce author David Bowles to the program today. David, thank you so much for being here today. And I am very interested in what inspired you to write your book.
I've always been a porch setter, and my family always told by porch setter, I mean, we sat around and we told stories. And the stories my family told, I liked them. They were stories about their family moving to Texas and how they came down the Natchez Trace and arrived in Texas about the time Texas became the Republic of Texas, long before it became a state. And they helped settle a state. And from that, I wrote the story of the Westward Sagas, and that's the name that I gave my books, the Westward Sagas.
So, what do your books bring to its genre?
The genre that we're in is a historical fiction, and it's based on epic events in American history that my family happened to live through. They may not have been there at the time, but many families were, and I've had people tell me all the time that the books sound like the story of their family coming west, and the movement goes west. And the genre, it's educational, humorous, and an enjoyable read. I hope that's what my readers tell me, and that kind of gives the basis of what I do. I try and educate and entertain.
What has the reaction been from people who have read your book?
I have great reviews, especially on Amazon.com. We have 5-star review on all 4 books. I get letters, we get calls. I get some really complimentary letters, and that's what makes the book writing and being an author worthwhile. And I speak a lot at groups, different historical functions and fairs, and I get good feedback from my storytelling. And I tell the stories that I've written in my storytelling, live storytelling events.
What has been your favorite part about writing the series?
I love the research, because when I find out something that's never been discussed or never been written about, and most of my writing is about things that epic events in American history, but a part of it that no one's ever heard of before. And I recently, this last book about the Compromise of 1850, I've written some stuff in there that's such an important event in our American history that was about the Texas border disputes and how that was settled. I've never found anything about that in any history book I've been able to read, and I was able to work that into my story. And those are the things that excite me, finding something that no one else has found.
Do you have more books planned in your series?
Yes, I do. I have at least 2 books rolling around in my head right now. And I'm looking forward to writing them. I have 4 books out presently that come up to 1850. And I'm working on the next book in the series that takes place about the time California is annexed into the Union. And so I will have pretty well made the trip across the whole continental United States, just the way they did it back in the old days.
Thank you again so much for joining me today. It was great having you.
Thank you, Sarah. And I look forward to being up in Canada, Alberta, for the next Calgary Rodeo.